going to show you a few quick tricks that you could use to create intensity or create movement in your synth sounds. You can move these according to the action in your scenes. First, I'm going to play what I have here. One oscillator going on, sawtooth wave. I'm going to add oscillator 2. And I'm going to leave that right there because what I'm going to do is detune this one a little bit. And I'm going to put oscillator 3 on and make that an octave lower. So one very, very simple way that I can create tension is to play with the tuning of one of the oscillators to make them detuned. So it could be something like this. So as you can tell, as soon as it gets out of tune with the fine tuning here, you start to feel a tension there. You start to feel a little unsettled. So when it goes back then into the tuning, you feel a little bit more at ease. So it's an interesting thing. It's used in, past film scores. It's used in modern film scores. It's a really interesting thing to play with in varying amounts to really get that tension and release that you might be looking for. And you can try any of the oscillators to detune them from each other. So that's definitely something to explore. So putting this back into tune, another way to create tension is to use something like a low pass filter or any of the filters to try to create movement. For instance, we could bring this cutoff down here in the filter, low pass filter, so it's more mellow. And then we could start to raise tension intensity by raising the filter. You can also raise the resonance a little bit as you go. You could automate those. Okay, so that's trick number 2. And then another idea is adjusting the pitch. You can do that with the pitch bend, perhaps. Now, this one has a pitch bend right here. You can see the frequency range. It's only going 3 semitones down and 3 semitones up. So it's something like this. So you could work on building some tension and release, if you kind of want to have your sound match the action to be something descending, you could actually do that with a pitch bend, or ascending to raise up the tension. You could do that here with the pitch bend. The nice thing about this particular synth is it allows you to go up quite a few semitones, 24. It also allows you to go down further as well, so you have more of a range to play with, and you can perform it in with your pitch bend wheel. It's got a kind of stepwise motion there, so it's not the best. But it sounded probably a little bit easier and controllable when it's set a little bit lower. And if I did 10. So could be useful technique if you might need something like that in your film scene. Another thing we could do is to put an LFO on it, very, very slow LFO to change the pitch. I'm going to bring it down, the frequency of the LFO down really low, maybe just have it move really slow up one of the slowest settings. And in this case, I would take the LFO 1 to the destination of pitch and I've got depth here, so that's going to determine the amount of frequencies. So here is not doing much because it's 0. Let's see if I raise it. Okay, so that's going down pretty low, which is interesting. It's pretty slow LFO moving, cycling downward. So this, I have it going more depth. Now it's going upward. Let's see. Now it's going down. It really depends on where I hit, when I hit the key. So that's following a huge range of frequency range. So let's bring it down here, not as much of a frequency range. Much slower moving. So that was actually nice with a lower depth setting and a very slow frequency or rate of the LFO, and it had a nice downward slowness to it, which could be evolving as your scene evolves. So those are a few ways that you could actually create tension and release by using a synthesizer that would match the movement or the needs or the emotions of your scene.